Alright, so Valve just dropped an insane update in regards to the upcoming IEM Cologne 2026 Major, and there are some juicy changes. First of all, they have completely revamped how you obtain major stickers. As I'm sure you're all aware, since 2014 we have seen capsules coming out to every major, but now they have gone away from this system. You now have to buy stickers individually from the major shop. Valve says it's because of feedback from the players and that some regions can't buy capsules. And by the way, the stickers look like this. They are bordered once again, but they actually look pretty sick with a stained glass motif, which is most likely from the Cologne Cathedral, and the hollow effect looks insane. This is a pink one. You can't tell me this isn't sick. But the prices are kinda spicy, so this is the most expensive hollow sticker, and we can add it into our cart, and then we can open our shopping cart. And here you can see for the most expensive hollow sticker, it's almost 45 euros. That is fucking insane. And this is one of the cheaper ones at 750 tokens, which is 6.7 euros. And this brings me on to how they determine the prices. Apparently it's determined by demand, meaning less bought stickers will have a lower price, which is actually quite an interesting concept, but I still think the prices are out of proportion. As you can see here in the top, there are the most popular stickers, and this dunk one cost over 120k tokens, and that is over 1000 euros, so can't imagine anyone paying this, but apparently some people are, but it's actually insane. Also, this could be good for some of the other majors. The Furia, for example, costs 27 euros almost, whereas the Furia from the Paris major only costs 3 euros. Of course, the demand is insane for the Paris major, but still the prices are pretty low. Even like the Stockholm is 8 euros and the Katowice 2019 is 20 euros. So this already being 26 euros is kind of insane. As always, 50% of the revenue from the sale goes to the teams attending the major as well as the organizers. But now there's a new way of distributing the money. So it's actually based on how you rank in the tournament. So if you place first, you get 2.85% of the sticker sales. And if you place last, you only get 0.72% of the sticker sales. This is actually quite cool in my opinion. It makes there a little bit more to play for, so the teams have to place well to get more money, which they already are from the tournament prizes, but this adds even more stakes. Now we have to move on to the souvenir stuff, because there have been some huge changes to souvenir skins and how they function. Previously you could only obtain a souvenir skin by opening a souvenir package, but now with this update you can make any skin into a souvenir skin. As you can see up here, convert any of your weapons into autographed mementos. Click on any finished match below to make your souvenir. Now of course there haven't been played any matches yet, but when a match has been played, you can convert any skin into a souvenir skin. So if you have a Dragon Law, you will be able to make a souvenir Dragon Law, or you can make an AK Vulcan, which has never been a souvenir before, into a souvenir skin. This will also cost tokens, and the price will also be from demand of the stickers you choose and what skin you're using. So I could imagine if you use a dunk sticker on a covert skin, it would be pretty pricey, but most likely this will also affect some high tier skins as well. As an example, a normal field tested Dragon Law is worth around 45k RMB, where a souvenir Dragon Law is around 300 to 400k RMB. But now I can go and take this 45k RMB Dragon Law and turn it into a souvenir Dragon Law. Of course the Dragon Law will have the new stickers on it, so the old souvenir Dragon Law will still have their law, and like you can't get these stickers on it. You'll have to pick the stickers from the new major, but most likely the high tier collectors with souvenir Dragon Laws will most likely have been burned a bit. Another crazy thing is that you can now trade up souvenir skins, so you can go to any souvenir skins and use a trade up contract. So I have 5 souvenir skins here for example, but I can also add other skins, so it doesn't have to be like 10 souvenir skins. But this would mean, for example, you could go and get a souvenir M4 Knight and you could do a 10% trade up for Orb Dragon Law. Now the souvenir attributes would be completely removed, so if I traded this up and hit the P250 Black and Tan for example, it wouldn't be a souvenir skin, it would just be normal, and it wouldn't have the stickers as well. It also says this here, you have selected 5 souvenir items for this trade up contract. All souvenir attributes will be removed from these items, and you will receive a single normal item of quality 1 higher from a collection of all the items selected for exchange. So this has completely changed the souvenir system and is kind of a breach of trust for some of the high tier souvenir holders, as the souvenir Dragon Law is now much easier to obtain. Anyone with a normal Dragon Law can get it, still of course without the OG stickers, but nevertheless it's the same. But for other souvenir holders this actually is a goated update. If you hold any low tier souvenir skin, they are now of the same value as the non-souvenir skin, because they have the same use purpose as their counterpart now. As an example, the Desert Eagle Fennec Fox in Souvenir, which trades up to an Orb Desert Hydra. That one has gone from like 1200 RMB to almost 1500 RMB, so that's a pretty good increase. But the backside of the medal is that the normal Fennec Fox Deagle has actually seen quite a decrease from being sold at like 2.3 to 2.4k RMB to now being worth under 2k RMB, which once again might be a breach of trust for the investors. But overall, I think the update is kind of solid. Souvenirs now have more of a use case. It's kind of weird with you being able to make anything souvenir though, and I'm really curious on how much the cost will be for that. But I will say no one expected this change. It's been kind of a joke that they will do something retarded like this, or sticker trade ups or sticker removal, but it was kind of just a joke. But now they have actually done and did it, so nice. Also, it's yet another week with no armory update. This marks an entire month with the last chance to claim offer, and they still have not been replaced. Unboxing ROIs have fallen yet again, and it seems to be a never-ending cycle at this point. The M4 Fade has fallen like 400 to 200 RMB since this update, even though it will be removed sometime. So that's also the market reacting to this, because 1 month is kinda silly, and it's basically just a meme at this point. The Overpass collection is sitting at 66% unboxing ROI, so that's pretty bad. Do you think the armory is completely dead, or is there still potential in the future? But what can we learn from this update? Well, yet again, Valve might be reacting to legal issues by removing capsules, but they're also trying to structurally change the ecosystem by changing how souvenir skins work. Valve is also shitting on armory investors by not changing the armory yet again. I mean, come on, 1 month is just a joke at this point. But overall, I'm really interested to see what Valve's next move is, when they will update the armory, and so on and so forth. I'm not panicking, I just try to be stoic and hold my investments for the long run, but this update probably won't be too good for the bear market, as Valve yet again have broken the unspoken rules that they won't fundamentally change the ecosystem just like that. But that's just my opinion. I might be completely wrong. Investors might like this update, I'm not sure. I don't think that would be the case. But what do you think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. Also join the Discord for an epic investor community. Thanks for watching. Bye.